Man, tough one to swallow, huh? That Newcastle match really felt for the Arsenal faithful on this one.
Yeah, you just peek over at the Gunners Girl podcast and, oh boy, talk about some raw reactions. Anger, despair, you name it. Safe to say that loss really hit a nerve.
Absolutely. And even
Yeah.
if you missed the actual game itself, stick with us. We're diving deep into why this defeat stings so much and what it could mean for, the bigger picture. That title race.
Yeah, the scoreline alone doesn't tell the whole story.
Not even close. Right off the bat, Arteta's choice with Lewis Hall. Natural fullback, but he puts him at center back. I gotta say, I raised an eyebrow or two at that one. Loads of fans scratching their heads like, what's the thinking here?
Unorthodox for sure. Maybe Arteta was looking at Hall's pace, thinking he could handle Newcastle's forwards. But anytime you play a guy out of position, it's a risk. And yeah, in this case, some gaps definitely appear.
Gaps that, well, Alexander Isak was more than happy to find. That winning goal, honestly, I flash back to Lewandowski against Real Madrid. Just a bullet header, unstoppable.
Beautiful goal. Got to give him that. But defensively, it exposes some weaknesses. That Newcastle high press was relentless. Arsenal's backline just couldn't cope.
Speaking of pressure, let's talk, or maybe whisper, about Arsenal's attack. Trossard was practically invisible out there. Fans online are fuming, and it's understandable. This is a guy known for creativity.
Yeah, Newcastle did a number on him, shut down those passing lanes completely. They did their homework. Trossard usually thrives on those quick little exchanges, those rapid-fire passes, moving the ball upfield. Newcastle neutralized it all.
Felt like they were forced into the individual plays which just weren't clicking. Even Saka, Mr. Reliable, he had a shocker. The decision-making, let's just say it wasn't vintage Saka, you know what I mean?
Saka's a phenomenal talent, no doubt. But even the best have off days. You got to consider the fatigue factor, the pressure cooker of a match like this. And hey, maybe Newcastle specifically tailored their defense to shut him down. Who knows?
Then there were the substitutions, or the substitution. Bringing on 17-year-old Ethan Moneri in a moment like that. Lots of raised eyebrows. The feeling among many fans was, shouldn't Arteta have gone with a more seasoned player? Someone on that bench who's been there, done that.
A gamble, absolutely. Maybe it shows Arteta's trust in young talent, but you can see why fans might see it as a missed opportunity. A veteran presence in that pressure cooker could have been a different story.
So where does this leave Arsenal? We got to be honest. This loss hurts their title hopes badly. That gap at the top is growing, and the pressure on Arteta, yeah, it's cranking up.
No doubt about it. It's a tough spot. But hey, the season's a marathon, not a sprint. Lots of football left to play. Arsenal have shown they've got the quality, and I believe they can bounce back.
The question is, what have they learned from this? Can they make the right adjustments? What does Arteta need to do to get this train back on the tracks? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The one every Gooner's wrestling with right now.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe it's not just about tactics. It's about the mentality. Can they pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and rediscover that swagger? Because that's what it's going to take.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
This is where we see what this Arsenal team is made of. Can they channel this frustration, this disappointment, and turn it into fuel? That's what we'll be watching for. And that's a wrap for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Until next time.
Always a pleasure. And to all you Gooners out there, keep the faith. We'll be back with another deep dive soon.